I my concern in this whole program is the budget you're asking for and both agencies and the results. And I've been here 44 years. I have seen a decline in management practices, an increase of interfacing with detriment to the American public. And that's unfortunate. In Southeast Alaska, as you know, the amount of timber, when 44 years ago we were cutting about 12 million board feet a year, we're cutting less than 400,000 this year. And Mr. Tidwell, what I really want to ask from you is, what happened in Southeast, and what are you doing with the program of T-Lump passed in 2008? And where are we headed? I mean, we had at one time 12,000 high-paying jobs in Southeast. We got 150. It's all because of you and the Alaska National Lands Act. Not you personally. I'm talking about your agency. What are we doing in Southeast to make sure we have a steady yield of timber?
Well, Congressman, what we're doing is moving forward with our plan to transition to second growth timber, to be able to take advantage of the access that's been built over the years to reduce the costs, and at the same time to move away from the very controversial work that comes from harvesting old growth. We need to continue our bridge sales for the foreseeable future so that as we can bring the second growth on.
How many board feet did we sell last year?
It's close to 100 million.
And how many has been allowed to be harvested? I'm talking 100 million in our state. How many has been allowed to be harvested?
Well, with that sale, we just received a favorable decision from the district court, and depending it'll be up to the purchasers, but how much they'll be able to harvest this year. They expect them to be out in the field hopefully in the next couple weeks.
And is the sale going to be profitable, or was it in fact a sale that will be a loss of money?
It was designed to be able to be an above-cost sale. That's one of the requirements that we have in Alaska.
On the young growth timber, the analogy I have that versus old, and it may be controversial, you're killing your old people, I'm killing your young kids, and leaving your old people live. Those trees are dead and are dying. And they have no value other than the imagined eye. And the young trees can have value of greater extent in the future. What is your plan for the young growth timber sale? How much are you going to allow to be put up in the young timber sales now?
Well, we're in the process of amending the forest plan there, and part of what will come out of that will be a determination of which areas should be available for the second growth harvest, and then to be able to work with the other landowners there in Southeast to actually develop a stronger market around second growth. So we definitely have the acres that are available to have a sustainable integrated wood products industry without any question. And so that's what we're headed for into the future. We're going to have to continue with our bridge timber for the next few years before the second growth will be able to come on. And at that time, when we talk in second growth in Alaska, these are fairly large trees compared to a lot of what we're harvesting
and
here.
I don't want to interrupt you, but that's the beauty of this, ladies and gentlemen. That's trees that have been cut. It has replenished itself without you. And now we're looking at those trees to cut again because harvesting took place. It's silviculture, not park mentality. In the hydro area, we run into roadblocks all the time from the Forest Service. If you're in your budget, have you made a proposal to expedite the process of developing hydro so we don't burn diesel fuel? So our small communities don't have to fight the battle with your agency and EPA and everybody else to try to burn real renewable energy? Is anything in your mindset to work on hydropower?
We're working closely with the state and proponents on, I think, over 25 proposals, and 4 or 5 of them are currently under construction for new hydro there in Alaska.
And there's about 250 that can apply and have applied, and they're not going to get that okay until we burn another 2 million barrels of diesel. Mr. Chairman, I have another question I'll submit to him later on concerning the Weyerhaeuser silvicultural operation and how they produce compared to our national forest. I happen to think it's the worst managed agency as far as timber goes. And everybody should agree with that fact because they really aren't in the timber business, they're in the park business again. Thank you.
Thank you.